Hello everyone, this is Farid Premani and welcome to today's session of Think Tanks and videos dedicated to American Continuing Education and Mentorship Portal. So based on the request, we are trying to now start career and mentorship series where I'll try to help you showcase different new avenues where you can start up your career, whether you live in North America or in Asia, parts of Central Asia. World is now the global village as we are trying to develop more freelancers. Uh, we've seen a lot of demand coming up for learning management consulting, and this is post-COVID because many schools, colleges, K-12, kindergartens, corporates already have been into e-learning space, but this is a huge movement shift, and there is a very big demand when it comes to now e-learning experts. So if you're part of the developing country, you could be on the consulting side. Here in US there is also a very big learning management consulting demand gap. I would like to showcase you where we are kind of moving forward now, and I would like to share my screen so we can talk a bit more. Okay, you can see there is this website. It's called mynextmove.org. It's a Department of Labor managed portfolio site, which has tons and tons of educational things into it. So since I got a request of making something on education as a career, and it's a tragedy that teachers are not paid very well, whether it's Asia or America. They should be the best ones, and they should be the expensive most workers. But there are so many things which, if you are an educationist, you can get into. So let me try to show you what, rather than being a generic kindergarten teachers or ECD teachers or, So there is one which is need for special education, special educators, people who, there is a very high incidence of autistic kids in US and everywhere. There is a very high incidence of special children. So people who train themselves into these kinds of certifications can become and can open up their businesses as well of being a special education coach. So what kind of personalities, this website gives you a very high detail of getting into if you're adaptable, dependable, because if you're very aggressive, this might not be something for you. You have to be adaptable and flexible, to manage special kids. It's a different set of audience. Cooperation, concern for others, compassion to help people. This is important. And then let's say you click on it, you'll find the trainers. Let's say this site covers US, but it could give you, let's say I live in Sugarland, so I put the zip code for here. And this gets in touch with thousands and thousands of universities' websites. It's free to use. And I'm showing you one of the very big secrets, which very expensive career counselor showcases you without even showing what they are looking at. So this is actually how you figure out universities. Let's say if you're a prospective student trying to get educated in any North American university college, you can figure out the reputed courses. Let's say St. Thomas University is teaching, and then you can see what kind of courses exist by talking to them. So this is actually a hub to spoke model. But here in a nutshell, you can see there is a 4-year program and then there is a 1-year program. So you can see Houston Baptist University might not be ranking very well compared to St. Thomas, but you can then check in Google for the university rankings. But there are different sets of students, some who can afford expensive, some who are not very on the high grade thing, but they are happy to be admitted anywhere and anywhere, where they can find scholarships. So it's your financial and it's your career and it's your merit need, but this is a good starting point to see which career you want to get into. So let's come back to the broader scale of careers in education and particularly learning management as a career. So you can see there are different kind of teachers can transition into different occupations. Okay, they usually limit themselves, and then when they reach, starting from $10, $12, $15 an hour, $18, 20, the maximum cap that I've seen is $50,000, $60,000 in US, and people who strive for $100,000 obviously needs to either start up their own school, being an entrepreneur, open up your own ECD daycare, but if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, then the second level is jump into the corporate learning management. Okay, but there are a lot of other things you can do. You can open up your career counseling business serving middle schools, post-secondary, secondary schools, And then there are different sets of education that you can see here. You can see the certifications, and then you can see the university degree. So see, there is only one National Board of Teaching standard that gives you this accreditation, and then you can click and you can figure out. So you can, if you really watch this video, you can be your own career counselor, and this will really help you. What do you need? 2 years education? Okay, I have it. 2 years work experience? Okay, I have it. Renewal requirements is every 10 years. So you need to have CEUs, continuing education credits. No applicant have a choice, at least 2 options from the renewal: CEUs, CPD. So, you see to the end of thing. And now let's say if you want to learn about how much does these career counselor make, money is important. So here you see the national averages. The least ones are also making 41,000, but the higher ones are making 100,000. So yeah, now you see that how teachers can have a next level of jump. So if you're in the middle, you're on a higher side. See, otherwise, if you would have seen this for ECD or kindergarten teachers, this would be the mean: 40,000, 30,000. This is what an average teacher makes usually, but on a higher scale they make this. So I hope this is helping all the teachers, educationists who are based in US, and those who are striving to move here, or those who are striving to become freelancers. And this is a very good area to get certified. Look into the gaps. Instructional coordinator, this is huge. There is a humongous opportunity developing here, because all the K-12 schools, colleges, Montessori is good ones I'm talking about. They have now made it mandatory to get an LMS coordinator. Okay, and what this person should be a teacher, should have a learning management background, e-learning background. So what you do is, now you type about, let's say, that, okay, learning LMS tools. Okay, and then you can start about list of top 10 LMS. LMS is learning management systems. Look into what's out there. There are 792 systems. Okay, you don't need to learn everything and everything, but people mostly are with Moodle. So this is something that could help you. You can watch free videos on YouTube has tons and tons of video. There is an installation, documentation. Trust me, if you learn how to set up Moodle, you can get into it, right? Because and it's a free software. Many big universities also use this one. Okay, then on a higher side, there is something called Workday, which has a lot of jobs, but you cannot see it openly. But very big corporates like Shell, JP Morgan, energy companies, you can see. So YouTube has tons and tons of things. And then I suggest you, like I usually am, trying to put you towards very quality education at a very cheap, subsidized prices. EDX is one very strong website. So if you see yourself as learning, I'm sure you might find online teaching for educators. Okay. You might not find instructional design course evaluation, but this is something you can get adapted to. And let's see who is doing it. It's done by University of Maryland. It's a free option. 8 weeks of course, 8 hours a week, nothing like that. And there is a course price to it always, but I think they charge you when you need certification, otherwise it's free. But you can see the kind of learning models, and you'll be taught by a professor who is a director of education, Maryland. So these kinds of things, who is stopping you to do that? Okay. And it's a $299 course. If you are from a developing country, you cannot afford it, you can always get into the contact us, write them down, and they'll bring something for you. Okay, so my suggestion is, if you get into learning management as a profession, this is something very big, and you can do certification courses, get some education, follow a YouTuber who is an influencer into learning management, and trust me, you will not regret, because there are a lot of things when it comes to learning management jobs. Okay, let's see, let me show you learning management admins, and right now we're just talking about, now many jobs? Around 440 jobs just in Houston. How much are they paying? $75,000 is a minimum side. So LMS remote, and most of the jobs are remote because you usually manage learning management solutions. So this is something an excellent forte for teachers to move into. This is something a very strong thing if you're sitting in India, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, anywhere. Make yourself familiar, and usually these are the people who you can approach on LinkedIn for projects, small gigs. Now let me show you on. I usually have a client account, so but let's say I'll show you how many learning management let's say if I want to hire people in learning management. So you see, instructional designer corporate, this guy is charging $30 an hour and has made $40,000. Okay. You might not be able to look into it because I am a premium client for Upwork. So I usually have somebody from Croatia, presentation expert, $55 an hour, instructional designer. See, guys, I told you, sometimes people take that freelancers are only from developing countries. Hey, we live in US, our life is expensive. Are you okay with $45, $50 an hour job? Not bad, right? You'll be making 100,000 plus a year. So just do the math, $55, $60 an hour into 160 hours a month. How much you make? Certified developer from India. It's a very good field for females, especially who wants to find remote avenues. Learning management designer, see, 75 an hour, 100,000 she earned just last year. So get yourself familiar with learning management systems. And you really want to learn. What do you want to learn? Look at their profile. What are they selling? There is always work on a reverse engineering platform, right? So what the demand is, try to figure out the supply and work on it. She has taken education. So this means that these universities might offer, but see, she has done, AMEC, so a teacher transitioning into, if she would have been a teacher, do you think she would have been making this much money, $100,000 a year? Something for teachers to think about, and it's not only for US, people sitting in any third world country can learn it. So you guys, and then let me show you one more thing, right? Pay scale and LMS. This is usually a paid site, but this will give you from chief technology officers to blast or see payscale.com on average. So I am verifying you the salary from the service. It's a paid site, so it will ask me to sign up and all, but you have seen 60,000 is on the lower side, right? Like I showed you. So good luck, guys, and I hope this helps you transition your career into education. There is a lot of things you can do rather than being a traditional teacher, working for Montessori, getting paid less. One level is be your own boss, become an entrepreneur. Start up your own educational business, start up your own counseling, career coaching business, start up yourself on Upwork, people per hour, or become LMS admin for corporates, make money. So good luck, stay blessed. This is Farid Premani, and I'll try to bring you every week something an innovative career to create and build you with future opportunities, helping you grow. So take care, stay blessed. We'll talk.